Week 7 in Group B of the World Series of Boxing saw the Argentina Condors at home against the Azerbaijan Baku Fires, and it was always going to be a tall order for the home side with just 1 draw and 5 defeats from their 6 bouts. The Baku Fires, who reached the finals last season, had 3 wins and 3 defeats on their ledger coming into this one. The opening bout of the evening saw Junior Zarate take on Magomed Ibayev. Argentina needed to get off to a good start. This was the bout that most fancied them to win, and Zarate controlled it throughout. He set the pace of the fight, landed the cleaner shots, and try as Ibayev might, he just couldn't get close enough to Zarate really to make too much of an impact. The 25-year-old picked his punches nicely and sustained the pace through all 5 rounds and won it comfortably on the cards.
Vencedor, Junior Zarate.
After that good start, Ignacio Perin found himself in against Magomed Gurbanov of Azerbaijan. Gurbanov had 2 fights and 2 wins to his name before this contest, and he was the superior fighter all the way through. Punching in combinations, providing bursts and flurries which really caught the judge's eye. Perin grew a little bit tired as the fight wore on. The head stopped moving and he took too many shots really. He wasn't too troubled by the power of Gurbanov. He did pick up a cut just above that left eye. The blood though ran clear and didn't seem to trouble him overly. And it was Gurbanov again who took it by unanimous decision.
Baku Fires. El vencedor es Magomed.
At light welterweight, Gaibatullah Gazialiev of Azerbaijan, with 2 wins and 1 defeat prior to this bout, was up against Leandro Amatrano, who was making his first appearance of the season. Amatrano, with a height advantage, couldn't really make it count. Gazialiev contented himself really with just moving in from distance, getting 1-2 punches away and then retreating. As the contest wore on, Amatrano more felt that his better chance was to get in a little bit closer and try and make those long levers work for him, but he could never get quite close enough to Gazialiev, who at times landed some fairly meaty left hands, although didn't punch in combination as much as he might, but he was still a unanimous winner.
De Azerbaijan, Baku Fires,
At middleweight, Nikolai Vesyalu of Azerbaijan was up against another debutant in Sergio Levenstein. Vesyalu, an awkward, rangy fighter, who Levenstein, despite his high work rate and aggressive tempo, really found difficult to pin down. Vesyalu boxing predominantly on the back foot, using that long reach, found the target with left and right fairly often, and Levenstein, the longer the fight went on, really got more frustrated with his inability to find the target. He raised his glove at the end, but it was Vesyalu who was a fairly clear winner by split decision. At heavyweight, Abdulkadir Abdullayev brought a 100% record into the fight against Diego Blanche, who again was making his first appearance, and he was a very game, very spirited, brave fighter, but Abdullayev just knew too much. Too many skills and too much power. Blanche did well really to see through the full 5 rounds. He was a standing target at times. Abdullayev's punches deceptively heavy and accurate too.
Stop one.
Sensationally knocked out Clemente Russo in last season's quarterfinals. And Blanche was issued with a couple of standing counts during the course of the bout. Uppercuts particularly did some damage, and Abdullayev took a very wide victory on the scorecards. Azerbaijan Baku Fires won the match by 4 points to 1.
Los Puerto Rico Hurricanes.
Sí, a tratar de empujarlo hacia la soga. Chacón está tratando de que no están cambiando metralla. Chacón tratando de mantener la distancia, pero ya encima del ojo que tiene el tajo, y el mexicano está tratando de la pelea adentro. Pero Chacón está tratando, ahí están.
Oye, ahora.
Bueno, aparentemente
Puerto Rico, de Dorado, Puerto Rico, Anthony Chacón. His record on the World Series of Boxing is 3 wins, no losses. From Caguas hacia Puerto Rico.
y con fuerza ambos boxeadores.
Hay buena izquierda de Martínez.
O sea, siguen tirándose duro. Aquí
Tremendo
aquí es
upper
duro,
de
duro.
Martínez este asalto. Hay un buen golpe a la izquierda. Esa combinación.
Está nuestro Gómez tratando, ahí recibió una muy buena derecha al mentón. Realmente tiene un poder de asimilación increíble.
Fácil gritar. Y ahora dice que sí. Y ahí lo tambaleó.
El estrés de Gómez y fue, ahí estamos viendo.
Texas, Francisco Martínez.
Una decisión amplísima, unánime.
De Forestville, from Forestville, Maryland.
Están al centro del ring, pero para cambiar metralla. Ahí el boricua lanzó un par de golpes, un buen gancho. Obliga al norteamericano.
Vuelven a estar
Buena izquierda.
en el centro del cuadrilátero, ambos esperando. Vamos a ver ahora los mejores momentos del asalto. Ahí está la buena izquierda que conectó.
Dejando su mano derecha abajo, la defensa la mantiene abajo. Ahí lo tiene contra la soga, conectó un par de golpes. Vamos a ver si lo logra mantener a la soga.
Ahí un golpe bajo, pero el norteamericano, fíjate, él no se ha quejado, simplemente le dice, hey, el golpe estuvo bajo.
Los dos se están dando.
Buena derecha de Tairek.
Libra, buena estatura para un muchacho. Ahí estamos viendo el intercambio, ahí estamos viendo cuando le dio con la derecha y soltó el...
Vieques, Puerto Rico. Giancarlo Rivera. De edad. El récord en la Serie Mundial de Boxeo. Years of age. Su récord en la Serie Mundial de Boxeo. No tiene ganado sus...
No le gustaban a la gente, quizás por mi ignorancia, pues yo lo cambié a los derechos, lo puse a pelear a los derechos. Y pues,
sobrevive a esta pelea. Ya tú me dijiste que en la primera peleó por nocaut.
Sí, ahí él sacó un recto de derecha, pero entonces no puede seguir.
Anthony Condors. Conozcamos de los USA Knockouts a Joshua.
90 victorias y solamente 10 derrotas y un montón de knockout.
Ahí conectó una buena derecha a Temple, pero Richard vuelve a la...
De Richard, ahí está, conectando al cuerpo y recibe.
No ha sido con toda la fuerza. Y Richard lo veo abriendo la boca. Posiblemente el golpe fue cerca de la oreja. El problema es que Gabriel Richards le ha salido bastante escurridizo.
Ahí recibió una derecha, pero se desquitó con una derecha.
Puerto Rico. Gabriel Richards.
Contra David Jagodzinski en la categoría 46-49 kilogramos. José Díaz, quien viene un impresionante knockout. Tomasz Jablonski e Igor Jakubowski. Estos dos últimos. Kianoye. ¿Es la pronunciación?
Kian. Por supuesto, lo leyó y es correcto. De hecho, el reglamento de radio y televisión por nuestra indiecita, nuestra aborigen.
Y ahora, señoras y señores, primera pelea de la noche, categoría.
Aquí lo frenó con la derecha, Finol.
Venezolano, sin embargo, lo justo es que le dé Boxinski, el venezolano Finol. Cae en el desespero.
Esquina roja de Caciques de Venezuela, Joel Caciquito Finol.
Decisión unánime.
En la esquina roja, Azócar.
Y Azócar pesó 55 kilogramos. Buena izquierda de Díaz Azócar. Round Díaz Azócar. Aquí, mis amigos, va a sonar la campana que pone fin al round número 1. Tremenda izquierda. Ando y saliendo aquí Díaz Azócar. Buena izquierda. También le pegaron a Díaz Azócar.
Sí, se puso a ver al aro. Quizás arriesgó un poquito más y se dejó arrinconar por...
Roja de Venezuela, José Díaz Azócar.
Bueno, la segunda victoria en la Serie Mundial.
Y Bior.
Pesó 63 kilos, 800 gramos.
Y Arco.
Vive un buen momento comenzando el combate Arcón. Está
Tiene
mal el
mal.
Poloco y se cayó Quibio. Y le van a contar. Se terminó el combate.
Sí, señor.
Se terminó.
Y el cross de derecha le permitió el golpe mortal después de ese upper, después de ese gancho. La izquierda y el cross de derecha.
De Venezuela, Luis Arco.
Lo pusieron el 10.
300 gramos. Tomasz Jablonski, el número 1 del ranking de su categoría en esta serie.
Topo Rodríguez.
Buenos golpes, pero la mayor cantidad y la mayor efectividad de los...
Esquina azul, Tomasz Jablonski, del equipo Rafaco Hussars de Polonia.
Insistimos, Juan Carlos hizo un combate muy bueno.
Jakubowski.
Y esta pelea es mucho en el primer lugar, pero es una categoría donde clasifican 2. Así que aquí igualmente.
Noche a flanear el golpe, es el defecto que le vemos, por eso no pega con efectividad. Los otros dos sí dieron el 10-9 a favor del de... Tremenda mano.
Derecha, pegó.
Yo no diría de la velada, quizás de toda la serie mundial. Lo tiró con...
No queda otra.
Tiene
Aquí
que ir
viene
arriba.
Kiakonye.
Tiene que ir a buscarlo, lo tocó. Tiene que mostrar ahorita el amigo Kiakonye.
Tratando de sacarse el golpe Igor Jakubowski.
Porque nos representa. Pega y se sale.
El mejor round.
Igor Jakubowski.
Bueno,
Lamentablemente la inexperiencia lugar, el resultado de la velada, Joel Finol en la primera pelea en Mini Mosca le ganó decisión unánime 3-0 a David Jagodzinski en el segundo.
Weeks 7 of the World Series of Boxing, and the two big names from Pool A clash at the Sport Palace in Kiev. The Ukraine Ottomans, who were the finalists in Season 3, go up against the Season 4 champions, Cuba Domadores. Cuba undefeated so far this season with 6 wins from 6 matches. And first up, perhaps the trump card for the Ukrainians, looking to win the first bout and put the Cubans on the back foot. Their star, Domadores, ranked 2 with 3 wins so far this season, put on an electrifying display against Guerreros. And the 18-year-old couldn't pick it up after starting off slowly in the first. The power of Domadores put pay to the young Cuban's chances, who really was unable to stop the experienced and former Universiade gold medal winner. Domadores, in the first bout of the night, showing the Cubans that the Ukrainians mean business on home turf. So pressure on the Cubans leading into the second bout of the evening in the bantamweight division. Malabekov up against Andy Cruz. And again, Andy Cruz, after a slow start, settled it down quite nicely. 6 years the junior to the Kyrgyzstan boxer. But Gomez settling into a nice rhythm in the closing exchanges. Confidence growing throughout the 5 rounds. And in the second bout of the evening, Cuba level the scores at 1 apiece. An important victory for Andy Cruz Gomez. The light welterweight was one of the big surprises, with Matvichuk in the early exchanges again, giving Toledo Lopez, the Olympic bronze medalist, a run for his money. But slowly but surely, Toledo Lopez took control of this light welter match. And the 25-year-old southpaw, with a blistering display in the 4th and closing 5th round, settled the match. For the first time in the evening, Cuba were to go ahead of Ukraine. A gutsy performance from Matvichuk, but Lopez showing his class, showing his form, and holding on to his unbeaten record. Perhaps for many, the big upset of the evening came in the middleweight division bout. Nurmatov, an Uzbeki boxer, putting Lopez Cardona onto the canvas in the early exchanges. Lopez ranked #1 in the middleweight individual rankings so far this season. Nurmatov only ranked 3. But Nurmatov knew that tonight was his chance, not only to win a vital bout for Ukraine to keep them in the match, but also to stake his claim for an Olympic place. A spectacular right hook. The shot that had really put Lopez out of contention throughout the night, and the big surprise, Nurmatov gets the better of the top middleweight this season. So it was all down to the last match and bout of the evening. Would the Ukraine be the first team to beat Cuba? Not when you've got Savon in the corner. Corneu, a strong boxer from Belarus, at 26 years of age, thought he had the measure. But with 12 straight wins to his name, Savon not only had him on the canvas once, not twice, but 3 times with a sensational finale. A 5th round knockout, 1 minute 16 seconds into the last round, and it was all over, not only for Corneu, but all over for Ukraine. Their dreams, their hopes of beating the Cubans at home disappeared with a magical left hook from the Cuban. And from this point onwards, it was all over. A real challenge from Ukraine to try and beat Cuba, but it was not to be. It's a 3-2 win for the Cuban Domadores, who maintain their lead at the top of Pool A and are undefeated this season so far.
5 rounds of 3 minutes.
Расуга ринга, Василий Егоров, Россия,
Third pair, weight category under 64 kilograms.
Виталий Domadores, Russian team boxing. Чищенко, Россия, Russian boxing team.
Love sport, guys.
The 7th round of matches in the World Series of Boxing for 2015, and the British Lionhearts meet the Mexico Guerreros at the famous York Hall Bethnal Green in the East End of London. Liverpool's Sam Maxwell first into the ring at light welter against Raul Curiel Garcia.
So he's holding his feet a little bit too long. Here, going back, gets caught with the right hand. He's on the ropes, he's in a bad position there. And Curiel then does some better work. Couple of body shots also from the Mexican. Just keeps going, this fella. Maxwell lays, hands are down.
Maxwell trying everything he knows.
Yeah, he is. It's literally all the skills have gone out of the window now.
The winner from the blue corner, Raul Curiel of the Mexico Guerreros.
It's getting harder and harder for the Lionhearts here. Robert McCracken's men trailing 1-0 as we head to the second contest of the night here. Harvey Horn against Joselito Velasquez.
He's doing some lovely work, Horn, but he's got to keep the hands a little bit higher. As he's moving away, he's scoring well, but as he's moving away and going to the side, you see, look, that's because his hands are down. Got to keep those hands up, Harvey Horn, but he's boxing quite well. It's even Steven in terms of effort, because look at Horn still going for it, getting caught, but still taking it to his opponent.
Brilliant.
Great end.
Brilliant step to finish it. A tear up in the true East End tradition here at the York Hall Bethnal Green from one of their own, Harvey Horn, who rightly gets a wonderful reception for his efforts in front of his home public.
From the blue corner, representing the Mexico Guerreros, Joselito Velasquez. But please show your appreciation for Harvey Horn. A fantastic effort from both fighters.
And it is the heavyweights who go next. Gutario Unit Mirel with Gary Sweeney. Biggest factor in this fight is the experience of Gary Sweeney.
Indeed, and he's just finding the quality work now, Sweeney. Good right hand again from him there. There's that 1-2 again.
Right hand did stiffen the legs just for a moment there, Richie.
From the blue corner on this Mexico Guerreros debut, Gary Sweeney.
Next up at bantamweight, Bekes Ashfaq, representing the Lionhearts, against Brian Gonzalez of Mexico Guerreros. Ashfaq has got to put the misfortunes of the team out of his mind, Richie. Is that easy to do?
Absolutely, you've got to at the end of the day. You're in a team, yes, but it's an individual sport, if you like.
The problem as well, well, he's not discouraged at all. I was about to say Gonzalez, and I think he's just landed the biggest shot of the fight. Indeed, the biggest shot of the night. In fairness to Ashfaq, he has walked through it, but he's in trouble here suddenly.
From the red corner, representing the British Lionhearts, Bekes Ashfaq.
It's the middleweight Anthony Fowler against Misrael Rodriguez of the Mexico Guerreros. He is comfortable at this pace, isn't he?
This pace, yeah, he's dictating the pace, you see, and Rodriguez, he's just playing to the tune at the moment.
I think he's just naturally got that ring knowledge.
I'll tell you what, Fowler just hit him with a superb right hand.
Caught there.
Yeah,
It's the first little moment of opportunity for Rodriguez.
And still undefeated in this season's World Series of Boxing, from the red corner, Anthony Fowler.
With that win for Fowler tonight, that means a point in Group A for the Lionhearts, even though they lose the contest here at home, 3-2 to what is a pretty formidable Mexican Guerreros team.